Today on Hands on Tech, I got my hands on a laptop that is, in air quotes, designed for a content creator. Okay, is it really? Everybody says that, right? I can't wait. This is a laptop from HP, so let's go ahead and get started.
This is TWiT.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Pruitt, and this is Hands on Tech here on TWiT TV. I hope y'all are doing well. I am unbelievable as always. Today, I want to share with you my experience that I've had with a laptop from the folks at HP. They were kind enough to send over this device because they said, hey, Ant, you're a content creator, and we think we have the laptop that is perfect for you, the content creator. I said, yeah, go ahead and send it on over, and I'll be the judge of that, HP. But no, what I'm talking about today is the HP ZBook G7 Studio. Yes, that is a long name, but this is a part of their ZBook series, which I have been a fan of for quite some time now because they just did everything right for the most part, as far as content creators. With this particular device, this is a 15.6-inch screen HD display, the one that I've tested this time, and it is going to give you plenty of horsepower running a Core i7 processor with a 2.7 gigahertz spec on it, so it's plenty fast enough, and it also has an NVIDIA RTX graphics card in it running the Quattro set, which is always built more so for the content creator versus their GeForce series that you deal with more so on the old school gaming side of things. So you got everything from a spec sheet and it looks good. Even has plenty of storage with the 1 terabyte M.2 SSD, plenty of storage, plenty of fast storage on top of that. But the key is you got to have some decent input output. You got to have decent ports on this thing. So we have two USB-C Thunderbolt ports, as well as a USB type A port, 3.0 that is, or 3.2. And it also has an SD card reader. Yes, finally, an SD card reader already on a laptop, because yes, some people still use SD cards, people. It is what it is. But yeah, that excited me pretty much to see there. But from a performance standpoint, this device, again, it's got everything written on paper that says it should be pretty good to go. And I have to attest that, yes, it does. I've loaded up Premiere Pro. I've loaded up After Effects. I've loaded up DaVinci Resolve. I've loaded up Photoshop and Lightroom. And this device has been able to just totally fly through those applications, especially with DaVinci Resolve. I've been playing with some B-raw footage here and there, and just to see if I could try to choke it up a little bit, and it battled it. It battled it, but for the most part, it is still quite capable to handle pretty much whatever files I threw at this. So why does this matter? You know, yeah, right now we are still dealing with the pandemic. Yes, the vaccines have been rolling out at the time of recording this here episode. So maybe, just maybe, some things are getting back to normal. I don't know. But why have a laptop like this? Why not put all of this into just a desktop? Because most people are working at home. Well, content creators are still wanting to be mobile and on the go and be ready to go when things are somewhat back to normal. So you want to be able to have this type of horsepower in a mobile form factor that's going to be lightweight, as in less than 4 pounds, the way this one is, and be able to allow you to get your job done wherever you're going to go. Sometimes I like to work out in the backyard and work on projects. And then other times, yes, I'd much rather be here in the studio and working on things. But also there's some times where you may get a client opportunity that's physically and socially distanced as we need to be regarding COVID-19. And it's nice to be able to have a laptop that can tether and be able to process a photo shoot right there on the spot without any type of hiccups and issues. And this laptop is clearly going to do that. They do like to tout battery life on this studio, but personally, folks, I cannot stand the battery life specs that are listed on laptops. Typically, they give you some outlandish number like 10 hours, 12 hours, 18 hours. I believe a couple of their line has 18-hour battery life spec on it. Don't buy into that. I promise you, you're not going to get 18 hours of battery life using this G7 laptop, because if you're running 6K footage, B-raw, and you're trying to process a film inside of DaVinci or what have you, and do all of your color grading and do your special effects and with Fusion and so forth, you're not going to get 18 hours out of this thing. So the battery spec on it, it's not 18 hours, but it's actually good enough and it's reasonable. I've been getting about 4 to 5 hours, depending on what I've been doing with this device. Pricing on this is outstanding for everything that you're getting. You can get them starting at about $1,789 and get all the way up to about $2,900, depending on the specs that you have. This body is running 32 gigs of RAM. And again, I've already mentioned the other hardware specs, 32 gigs of RAM with 2.7 gigahertz Core i7 processor with 16 threads. So it's got all of the beautiful hardware specs. And it's going to be a little bit pricey. You're going to spend a little bit, up to $2,000 on this. And that's warranted for this. Okay, so just about any laptop review that you're going to see out there, they're going to be touting all of the hardware specs, and this thing's going to be capable to do this job and capable to do that job. You know what? If you're spending $2,000 for a laptop, you're doggone right. It better be able to do this job and that job and do it well. So I didn't expect anything different here from the ZBook G7 Studio. But what sets this apart? When you're dealing with a laptop of this caliber from a hardware standpoint, you're going to have to deal with a couple things. It's first off, it's high performance, so it's going to get hot. And when it's getting hot, it's going to get loud. And that loudness is coming from the fans that are trying to spin up and keep airflow going through with the laptop to help it continue to run at an optimal rate without overheating and shutting down right there in the middle of your job. Well, HP has figured out an interesting way to create a heatsink design, and they call it the vapor chamber heatsink. And I can't quite wrap my head all around the technical specs of it, but I can tell you firsthand, it works. I have another laptop that I use pretty regularly. This is an MSI laptop. You've seen it on This Week in Google and when I'm at the studio at other times. And that thing is a beast. I love that laptop, but it can get loud and it will get hot. If I'm sitting it on my lap and working and doing some graphic design and whatnot, it will get hot and burn my lap. It is what it is. With this G7, I didn't experience any of that. And it's so quiet. It's an amazing feat. They're using a different type of polymer with their fans, and the fan blades are a different thickness, but yet they are still efficient to be able to get airflow through, as well as be super duper quiet and keep your laptop just running smooth. Nicely done on this one. And again, it's just something that's going to help you get the work done, all with the comfort and quiet environment that you need. Again, you can get this laptop on their website. We'll have some links available, probably affiliate links, I'm sure, right? You can get it on Amazon. You can also get them on the HP website. Pricing starts at $1,789 or go up to about $2,900 depending on your specs. This one that I had has an HD screen on it. I really wish I was able to test this out with a 4K display or UHD display, but I'm sure it would be just fine considering all the other hardware guts on the inside. So that is going to do it for this week's episode of Hands on Tech. Thank you all for the continued support of the show. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, hot@twit.tv, or just give me a tag on Twitter if you have any questions. I am ant_Pruitt over there. Thank you again to the folks at HP, and thank you for being loyal Twit listeners. You all take care and safely create and dominate. Take care.
Keep up with all the hottest tech news and gadgets. Visit twit.tv. There you'll be able to find and subscribe to all our tech shows. Thanks for watching Hands on Tech.